Imagine making millions to play alongside your best friend. Well, that's the fortunate reality of a lot of these NBA players, and man, do we wish it was ours. We all know about LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, but I bet you had no idea of some of these underground friendships of the NBA. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Hoop Central. Today, we're going to be talking about NBA players who also happen to be best friends.
Do you want to win the new iPhone?
10. Kevin Durant and Michael Beasley.
He was my first real friend, like sleepovers, he was the first time I ever brought my Xbox out the house.
Brooklyn Nets small forward Kevin Durant and current free agent power forward Michael Beasley are childhood friends from Prince George's County, Maryland. They played on the same AAU team and the same high school team. Some cool similarities between them are that they both chose a Big 12 college, they were both named the Conference Players of the Year as freshmen, and they both were number 2 picks in back-to-back NBA drafts following their lone collegiate seasons. Since then, their careers have obviously taken very different paths. Kevin Durant has become an NBA champion and league MVP. Michael Beasley, on the other hand, has played for 6 NBA teams with 2 stints in China. The two recently reunited over dinner at the Hunt and Fish Club restaurant in Manhattan, reminiscing about their journeys to the NBA. They discussed topics ranging from how they met, when they knew Kevin Durant would be a star in the NBA, Michael Beasley's time in Miami, the broken NCAA system, the professional turmoil they've endured, and potentially playing together again. Well, now that Michael Beasley's a free agent, maybe him to the Nets could make that happen. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Number 9. Harrison Barnes and Kyrie Irving. We've been really good friends, but being on the same team and being able to represent our country, that's the highest honor, Barnes said. We've been friends for a while now, since we were 16 or 17 years old, Irving said. Seeing him become an NBA champion, fit into a role with a lot of talented players with Golden State, and now being one of those guys, go-to guys. Instead of trying to fit in, guys are going to be looking to him to become a franchise player, so I'm just really happy for him and really proud of him. Number 8. Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki. Back in the day, Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki were like 2 peas in a pod. Anyone who saw one of them usually saw the other one lurking nearby. It was as if the 2 Dallas Mavericks teammates were identical twins, because it seemed as though one couldn't coexist without the other. To no one's surprise, Nash and or Nowitzki could start a sentence and the other one could complete it without missing a beat. Their bond was that strong, and the Mavs were better because of that tight-knit relationship. Our relationship goes back to the beginning, Nash said. It was my 3rd year in the league, his first. Our apartments were in the same complex. We went to the gym twice a day together during the lockout. We seemingly had almost every meal together throughout the season. Number 7. Evan Fournier and Rudy Gobert. Evan Fournier and Rudy Gobert met each other when they were 12 or 13 years old. They played together in a tournament for some of France's most promising youth basketball players. Gobert and Fournier are now both 25 years old, and not only have they reached the NBA, but they've developed into critical players for their respective teams. Gobert, a 7'1" center, routinely contends for NBA Defensive Player of the Year honors and has helped the Utah Jazz challenge for a Western Conference playoff spot. Fournier, a 6'7" wing, ranks as the Orlando Magic's 2nd leading scorer. We've known each other for a long time now, Fournier said, so it helps definitely. With the other French players like Nicolas Batum or Tony Parker, they are a little bit older than me, so we've only known each other since I've been in the NBA. With Rudy, we've known each other since before high school, before middle school. We just have good chemistry. Number 6. Tobias Harris and Boban Marjanovic.
Bobby is always going to be Bobby, but for me, when he had called me and basically told me the teams that he was interested in, I was excited for him, and then an hour later I was like, I'm really losing my best friend though.
Tobias Harris fondly remembers the first time he met Boban Marjanovic. During the 2016 off-season, Marjanovic signed with the Pistons, to whom Harris had been traded during the previous season. The subsequent encounter, as he describes, was rather forthright. Harris and Marjanovic had come a long way since their initial meeting. Ironically, the two reminisced about the very exchange roughly a week before. It was an unconventional foundation for their friendship, but somewhat befitting. When Tobias Harris and Boban Marjanovic were traded to the Clippers last season, their friendship only strengthened. It's grown into one of the NBA's most entertaining partnerships. Number 5. Donovan Mitchell and Royce O'Neal. Utah Jazz star Donovan Mitchell was happy to learn that his friend and teammate Royce O'Neal was awarded with a 4-year, $36 million contract extension over the weekend. While speaking to members of the media at Monday morning's shoot-around, Mitchell noted that O'Neal is deserving of his extension from the Jazz. "It's great to see great things happen to great people," Donovan Mitchell said of O'Neal. "We all know the worker he is, the time and effort he puts in. You guys have seen the effort, you guys have seen the results. Being the two rookies on the team, the two young guys, we know we've got to stick together," said O'Neal, who averages 5.0 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 1.4 assists. "It's basically us doing outside stuff together, hanging out, playing video games together, eating. Everybody's not around, so we stick together, creating that bond, and then that creates good chemistry on and off the court." Number 4. Devin Booker and Tyler Ulis. "It's greater than basketball, me and Tyler," Booker said. "He's one of my closest friends." As top-level prospects throughout their youth careers, the two said they've known each other since middle school. Through playing AAU and eventually a shared year at Kentucky, Booker said they would work out around midnight every day, playing one-on-one and training late into the night. "You don't see many guys on teams with their best friends or their brothers, and when it happens, it's just a great feeling. You wake up every day like, I can't believe we're on the same team again," he said. That bond, shared outside basketball, has manifested itself on the court for the Suns as well. Number 3. Ben Simmons and Dante Exum. Simmons and Exum are Australian and grew up near Melbourne. The two met when they were around 8 years old and have been friends since then. Both of their fathers played for the Australian National Basketball League. David Simmons, originally from New York City, was an NBL All-Star who primarily played for the Melbourne Tigers. Cecil Exum, who was from North Carolina, was drafted by the Denver Nuggets in the 1984 NBA Draft and spent 7 years playing for several NBL teams between 1989 and 1996. The Suns grew up playing basketball together in the backyard. The two also played together for Team Australia at the 2012 FIBA Under-17 World Championship, where the team won a silver medal. In 2017, Exum told the Deseret News, "We go way back. It's been a while, so like 15 or so years. Our parents were friends growing up, so obviously, being in Australia, we've just been friends." Number 2. DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. It's funny how relationships develop, funny and impossible to predict. The perfect local case is one of the great Toronto sports friendships of the modern era. DeMar DeRozan was a quiet kid from California who saw an opportunity to make his lifelong mark on the Raptors franchise as he began his NBA career. Today, they are both the best of friends, and it makes no sense how it happened, which is maybe why it's so special. When you meet certain people in this world and you're brought together by basketball, you don't have a certain reason on why or this or that, Lowry said hours before he and the Raptors faced DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs at Scotiabank Arena. "He was the guy that we went to and became a heck of a basketball player. And I was the guy that just kept pushing him to get better and better and try to push himself to the limit," Lowry said. Number 1. Steven Adams and Enes Kanter. Steven Adams and Enes Kanter have the best bromance in the NBA, and their new video series, where the Stash Bros become roommates to lobby for Russell Westbrook's MVP candidacy, proves it. This bromance is by no means artificial though. Since Kanter was traded to Oklahoma City at the 2015 trade deadline, he and Adams have become fast friends. They're both international players, both huge humans and both share similar senses of humor. Both happily volunteer for things like this, where they can crack jokes on video about the team's superstar. Bros forever. Also, while you're here, go ahead and check out one of these videos on your screen. See you there.